Good morning, my name is Sanpon Yasowan. Today I will be the examiner for the speaking section. What is your full name?
My full name is Silapong Kuson. My nickname is Gil. You can call me Gil.
Can I see your ID, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I came from Chiang Mai province. It's in the north of Thailand, and I live in Nong Hoi sub-district, far from the central city, around 10 minutes.
Do you work or study?
Actually, I graduated from Metro University. My study about engineering, and after that, I had experience study in Sydney, Australia.
What is your job right
now? I have a family business. It's about property. We have a house for lease or sale.
Do you like your job?
Yes, I do. It can make me improve myself and learn everything about the business and how to communication with the people.
Okay, let's talk about pet. Do you have a pet?
No, I don't. But when I was young, I have 3 dogs, but now already died.
Okay, do many people have pets in your country?
Yes, they do. Right now, a lot of people in Thailand have a pet because it can make them happy and funny when they have a free time with the pet.
Okay, last question. Why do people keep pets at all?
Nowadays, new families, for example, a couple of teenagers, they decide not have children, and they have a pet instead for make them happy and make them a good family.
Okay. Now we are moving on to the second part of the speaking test. I will give you a cue card. You have about 1 minute to prepare for the answer, and after that you have to speak for about 2 minutes. Here is the card. You can take note here if you wish. If you are ready, please call me. Please continue your speaking.
Thank you. I would like to tell you about my city experience. After I graduated from the university, I had experience to study in Sydney, Australia. And during that time, I have experience work a part-time job in a restaurant. My job finished around 11 p.m. at night, and the way I walk to my house, a little bit isolating, but it's not scary. And one day I find a girl. She look normal. She has a blonde hair and perhaps come from Western people. She tried to talk to me and ask me to borrow the money. And she says she have a trouble. She lost of her wallet. And at that time, and thought that I should help her or not. But eventually, she said she will give the money back to me in the morning, and she gave me to her number. And finally, I get the money to her, 20 Australian dollar. And then in the morning, I tried to call back to this number, but number wasn't working. So at that time, I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna cheat on me, and just thought that's okay. And I go to my part-time job, and I tell to my friend in the restaurant, and surprised, he told to me he got the same person, maybe same person because he explained to me the appearance of her face and her clothing and her manners. And at that time we talked with the funny story because my friend told me, don't believe any girl, strange girl, and perhaps a beautiful girl as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before we move to the discussion part, I want to ask you one question. Why do you think she has done?
It can be said that maybe she have a trouble in the real or not. We don't understand. We have to know about this situation. But it depends on the people. Some people make it tricky to another people for their benefit. Or maybe some people they have on their habit, something like that.
Okay. Now we are at the discussion part. What do people usually lie about?
What do people usually lie about? It's thought that many people lie for their benefits. If they want something, they may tell the people to another thing to get this thing. And yeah, for every human have a empathy in their mind. If we can say some people got the trouble in deep of their heart, want to help another people, and those people who want to cheat to another people use this thing to get their benefit.
And why do they do it?
Because it is started depend on the people. Some people may be necessary to talk, to say a lie. For example, doctor say a lie to the elder, to the patient. Okay, they are good, just good, but the real situation is not good. Or the doctor say another thing to their cousin, the parents, to solve the feeling. But many people talk about the lie because they have the habit about this, and people nowadays should to consider this thing, especially children.
And should children learn to be honest or not, and why?
Yes, they should. I think, in my view, because the children is a very good absorption about emotion, and if we have a patience of the children when they're young, they might have the good happiness, good habits about the honest to other people when they grow up.
Okay, for the last question, many politicians aren't honest. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree that it's thought that because the politics is about the benefit. Many politics need come to in the government for help people in the real situation, but another politics need go to the government because they want to the benefit of money in the government, and in many things to do when they need to get a government. But if they got government already, it's have many things to do. Maybe they cannot to do 100% what they say after election.
Okay, that's all the question today. Thank you for your coming. Good luck.